Hello everyone, this is the Blue Badger and I'm here to show you Let's Play Penumbra Overture Part 2. So, as you can recall, we walked through the Arctic wasteland of northern Greenland to find ourselves needing of shelter and escaping into this underground bunker, which obviously wasn't a very good idea on Philip's part, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, I have to make a small confession. I did play this part several times, just to get a feel for the game, to understand how it works, because just because I felt the need to. I haven't played terribly far into it, at least maybe a few minutes, maybe 10 or 20 minutes into it, and so there will be plenty of blindness, there will be plenty of me squealing like a little girl, and you don't have to complain in the comments, hopefully. But you might just anyway, I can't really stop you. So anyway, oh, also, a couple little things before we begin. I have linked in the description two things. The 2006 tech demo, which you can download for free from the Frictional Games website, and also a blog post containing the source code towards the Penumbra Overture, source code, so you can basically make mods, make your own maps, whatever. I don't know how open source works essentially, but if that's your sort of thing, Bob's your uncle. Go have at it. So, let's get back into the game. Here's our glow stick. Glow stick's quite nice, it doesn't seem to run out as far as I can tell. It's quite a nice addition to our team. And here's a steel rod. Always like steel rods. Anything could be inside of it. So, I found just a couple of these things looking around at some point. It was good times, good times. I'm sorry, it feels like I'm completely cheating. I'm putting blind in the title, but it's not really a blind run at all. I'm just here to show you up until until the point that I don't know anymore, and then go on past that. Right, this door is stuck. You can't get through it, so we're gonna have to find another way. So it looks like there's slightly ajar door will have to be the path. Now, for those that don't know, Penumbra has this very nice mechanic which helps you control the control of the door. So if you are ever unsure about a room, you can just open up a crack and have a quick glance in, maybe, you know, slip your head in, and if there's a monster inside, just pull it back, shut the door, and there you go, there you have it. It's a nice nifty mechanic, and it's good for the stealth based gameplay. I'm sure if you played it, you'd come to love it too. Let's see. I can swing this mouse. I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. Okay, that was a complete travesty. Let me try that again. Let's see. I can swing this hammer if I hold left mouse. I can make a backswing by pulling the mouse right and then follow through by pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and then thrusting forwards produces a stabbing motion. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the backswing, I should be able to look around. I don't know what he means by that, but okay. Flares are nice. I believe there's nothing else in here. Yep. Shouldn't be anything else. More empty boxes of ammunition. And rations. Wait, so 24 hours. Does that mean it only lasts 24 hours? Or is that because it's supposed to do you for 24 hours? Does that meaning you can have breakfast, lunch and dinner? I have no idea. I don't really sit to find out either. So, there we go. Simple enough. And here's one other thing. You got the taskbar up here, numbers 1 through 9 for the various objects that you receive, such as flares, the flashlight's already bound to the F key, and the hammer, for instance. It's always good to have the hammer on the 1 key, the flares on the 2nd. And as you might imagine, this is the battery gauge, well, for obviously your flashlight. And here's your health gauge. It only goes from green to amber to red, so be sure to keep an eye on that whenever possible, because on hard mode it does go very fast and I will be dying quite a fair bit probably. I'm not pro at this game and I'm not very pro at adventure horror. I'm just doing this because it makes me seem cool. The world of YouTube is a very dog-eat-dog world. Oh, we're already behind the door, that was quick. No wonder I couldn't open the door, Philip says. Oh yeah, also another thing is that if you're holding a flashlight in one hand, well a flashlight or a glow stick in one hand and a hammer in the other, you cannot move objects, which I thought was quite cool. So you have to put the hammer away and shift it over to one side. And there you have it, back where we started. Easy enough, right? So, if you look at this, looks like some sort of looks like some kind of industrial mechanism. Although there's a hole in the centre, there's no way to operate it. Hole in the centre. Looks like an iron rod goes into it. I wonder what we might have. Oh, look, an iron rod. Fantastic. Ah, fuck, that barrel's in the way now. Let's move that. And... okay, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about that. I don't know what exactly does it. You can't see anything that's down there. It just randomly shakes a little bit. It fits pretty comfortably. That's nice, Philip. I feel kind of bad because Penumbra's whole thing is trying to make you feel like the character, and I'm not. I think Philip's an idiot, and I don't want to be compared to him. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by 2 solid metal hatches, located in remote Arctic wilderness, and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realised that our entire society is a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of the phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all but the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing that anyone that might help me, friends, parents, teachers, were too scared or too far away. Jot down a note just in case. The entrance to the cave has just caved in. There must be another way out. You have the worst of luck, don't you, Phillips? There could be anything living down here. Heroics are for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm not taking any chances. If I face off against anything down here, I won't last a second. Caution and stealth are my only defences now. If anyone or anything hears me, I'll be best off staying low and out of sight until I know whether or not it's a threat. Crouching by pressing left control will give me the chance to hide in the shadows. I'll know I've got it right because of the blue tint to my vision. Plus, I'll be able to. Plus, I should be quiet enough so that I won't be heard unless something's right on top of me. But remember to shut off any light sources, though. Generally, when sneaking, it's not good to have a flashlight that's on in your hands, Philip. My best bet is to hide for a couple of seconds or so, perfectly still. That'll make me perfectly hidden. So if we remove the glow stick, crouch, and as you can see, he gets night vision. Like that, I'll be virtually invisible, and after some time, I should get my night vision back, provided that I stay still. We're going to be crouching a lot in this game, as you can see, considering that we're playing on hard. So, here we go, we've got a map. Fairly simple, we've got the northern area, we've got the explosives, we've got the office, we've got the storage and the workshop. And the red circle is our location. Okay, you can see us. Exit is behind us, obviously the exit is completely sealed in, so we're a bit fucked on that part. So, okay, when I first came to this part, I actually, I gave a bit of thought into this. I looked at the wall, looked at storage, and looked at the office. The wall's most likely going to be locked, so that it forces us to go between the office and storage areas. Storage areas generally contain nice things that will help us on a mission, so it's probably going to be locked. So office is probably just going to have a bunch of papers filled into it, and we're just going to go there instead. So, alright, let's go. It's a little hard to navigate in this game at times. Very dark, and especially I've tried to turn the gamma up as much as possible without making the game too easy, because it's essentially YouTube does not do well with dark videos, and I really don't want people to just be sat in the dark with me. It's not a pleasant experience, and here we are at the office. Alright, flashlight can go away now. Light! I miss being outside already. The place is starting to get to me. But even if I could get to the grey, it's built into the rock itself and there's no way it's coming loose. So, got some backstring. 15th of August 1945, Command Bunker, Emergency Airstrip Zulu, Weekly Report. Another unremarkable week in Greenland. Regular supply shipment received, standard emergency drills carried out, routine runway maintenance completed. I have ordered maintenance to be carried out twice weekly from here on in, due to increased snowfall, and 1 wounded. The wounded figure is no cause for concern back in London. The Germans haven't extended their front line by 4,000 miles. Two of my men were caught manufacturing cherry bombs in a workshop/armoury, and succeeded in blowing off a couple of fingers. I take partial responsibility in this, and that I allowed them to access the demolitions manual that we keep in the storeroom, and I'm sure that's where they learnt the ingredients. As a precautionary measure, I now have locked up that manual in the chest in my office, and will keep a key on my person at all times. Needless to say, both men have been disciplined, and the injured man has been sent home for medical care. I cannot help but think that a more suitable punishment would have been for them to stay here, but the matter is out of my hands. This base is so disconnected, sometimes I feel as if this war could end and we might not even hear about it out there. Supplies requisition order, dynamite for excavation purposes, 7 bayonets, not necessary in my opinion, but procedure states that we should have a full complement, 1 industrial ice pick for removing the damn ice that forms on the external hatch, 1 pair of reading glasses, category 7C, an order for myself. My glasses are in a very poor state of repair and could do with replacing. Reconditioning of the mine continues to progress. The structure is being fortified from potential bomb damage, and excavation of previously caved-in areas is going ahead. One point of curiosity is some kind of archaeological find, an artifact buried in the earth and discovered by one of the work teams. Later that evening, after marshal duty, I shall take a closer look at the artifact. It appears to be man-made and may have working parts inside. I shall remove what looks like to be the front cover and see if I can't discover the source of light which constantly emanates from it. Chief NCO M. Major. Well, he sounds like a very business fellow. Let's have a look at this artifact then, shall we? And if you don't like bright lights, close your eyes. A man, an old man, clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before, still I know. This man before me is Howard, and I call him Father. Nice. Ugh, what the hell? What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. It's a picture of a British platoon. It must date back to World War II. I suppose this mine was converted into some kind of bunker. I wonder what gave you that impression, Philip. Okay, we're running low on time, so I'm just going to stop the video before we pick up the snow.